So today we're going to learn how to increase your productivity so you can get more done. So let's just get right into it. So number one on the list is allocate tasks according to your internal clock. You know that saying, the early bird catches the worm? That is true for some people. However, if you are not a morning person, then that is not true. So it's very important. When I say allocate tasks according to your internal clock, that means do tasks that require more of your attention and more energy at the peak time that you are awake and that you have most energy. So for example, if you're a morning person, then yes, waking up at 5 or 6 a.m. is perfect for you. You can get more done, have time to plan your day, and really get ahead of everyone. However, if that is not you, that is completely fine. You may be more of a night owl, which I am, and a lot of people actually are. So if that means staying up until 2 or 3 in the morning and your body is okay with that and doing high priority tasks at that time is the best time for you, then do that. It really depends on the person and what your internal clock is, and it's not the same for everybody. So just keep that in mind. And then save the low energy and low priority task for other times in the day where, you might not have as much energy or, things like that. So it's just better to work smarter, not harder. And knowing your internal clock will help you work smarter and not harder. So just keep that in mind. The second way you can increase your productivity is to outsource certain tasks if you have the resources to. Now, if you own a business and you're making money in your business, doing tasks that you really aren't skilled to do is a waste of time and a waste of your energy. And if you are not proficient or higher at that skill, it's better just to outsource and pay someone else to do that. So that will help you save time and help you get more done during your day. However, it's important that if you're trying to get stuff done, that you find a time during your day where you block out time and set time aside to get that stuff done. So whether that is you having to wake up an hour or two earlier or going to sleep an hour or two later and, skipping out on a dinner with your friend, you are gonna have to do that in order to get it done. And, some things take sacrifice, and being more productive can make you sacrifice some things. However, it's not a long term and it's not forever. So just keep that in mind. Number 3 on the list is it's okay to say no. And I know, especially if you're just starting a new business or going into a new venture or, starting a new hobby or whatever it may be, saying no is hard. However, saying no can benefit you because it can decrease your stress. And when you are super stressed and your plate is full and you have no time to really decompress, you won't be productive. Mentally, physically, and emotionally, your brain will just be constantly going and not have time to rest. And that can cause a lot of negative side effects and negative things to happen. And when your brain is overwhelmed or overloaded, that can cause you to burn out faster. And if you have too much stuff or too many things on your plate, that can cause you to burn out faster too and lead you to being less productive. So it's very important, especially if you're a people pleaser and you're a yes person, to really try to work on saying no to more things and only making certain things a priority in your life, and really knowing what things to put on the back burner and what things to say no to and what things to say yes to is very important. And this is a skill that takes a while to really perfect, especially if you are a people pleaser and a yes person. It's not going to be easy, but it will definitely benefit you in the long run, especially when it comes to helping you get more stuff done and to increase your productivity. You can't do everything at once, and it's better just to be smarter about your time and to really be more thoughtful about how you spend your time and what you spend your time on. That leads me to number 4. So number 4 is decrease stress in general. So when you're stressed, it's very hard to get simple tasks done, especially depending on how you respond to stress. Some people, when they're stressed, they can go on with their day like nothing's happening. And other people are just very, they shut down and they can't really get much done and they can't really focus. So if you are that person, my biggest piece of advice is to decrease stress any way you can. And there are so many ways to decrease stress. So there are so many options out there for different people. And one good way to decrease stress is to work out more. You can do meditation, yoga, just going to the gym, anything like that can decrease stress. And then also just making sure that you have time for yourself to block out to where you're resting and relaxing can also decrease stress. Pick up hobbies that you like and really hanging out with friends and family that don't stress you out, because trust me, I know family can be stressful, but hanging out with your family members that don't stress you out, things like that can really help you decrease stress, and you don't really have to spend tons of money on things like hanging out with people and doing stuff like that. So decreasing stress is very important because you want your mind and your body to be fully functional, and when you're stressed out, it is not. So just keep that in mind. Number 5 on the list is get rest. And I know people may be shaking their heads like, yeah, like get 8 hours of sleep. I know this. However, it's surprising that most people don't get the full 8 hours of sleep. And that can really affect the way you function throughout your day, especially if you're someone who needs it. Not getting enough sleep can have so many negative side effects, such as not being able to concentrate, you feeling grumpy or in a negative mood, and things like that. And so when you feel like that, getting stuff done is a lot harder than if you were in a good mood and you weren't grumpy and you were able to focus more. That helps you be more productive. Being in a good mood helps you be more productive. If you're not getting the rest that you need, then this can really affect your productivity. And for some people, I know they only need like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. And I know not everybody is the same. Not everybody's body and internal clock and circadian rhythm are the same. So it's really important that you really do what's best for you at the end of the day. So if you only need like 4 hours or 5 hours of sleep, then get your 4 or 5 hours of sleep. So you can be, in a good mood and be ready and prepared for the day ahead. If you need 8 hours, then get 8 hours, whether that's going to sleep earlier and really, trying to get into bed at a certain time, making sure you have everything done by a certain time, then do that. So just keep that in mind. Getting rest is super important, and getting rest can also help decrease your stress as well. Number 6 on the list is very important as well, because I feel like people are on such like go, and like, I need to get this done, I have to do this. And one thing people neglect to do is reward themselves. And this is very helpful, because rewarding yourself is something that will keep you going and really help you not burn out as fast and as much. And whether that is going shopping, hanging out with friends, going to see a show, buying yourself a new car, trying that new workout class, or whatever it may be that you feel like is a reward to yourself for your hard work, do it. Because a lot of people actually don't reward themselves when they have accomplished something or when they're doing good. And rewarding yourself just reinforces the behavior and, the process that you're going through, and really helps you get through the process. And it's okay to like pat yourself on the back. It's okay to be proud of yourself. It's okay to, take time out of your day and be like, I really did that. Like, yeah, that was all me. Like, good job, Tosh, or good job, like pat yourself on the back, give yourself more credit, and this will help you be more productive and accomplish more. And this will help you see how far you come, because once you really sit back and really reflect on how far you've come, whether you're trying to complete a new goal or whatever it may be, you will really see your results, and this will make you want to go harder just by, sitting back, relaxing, rewarding yourself, and be like, okay, like now when I reach this goal or do this or get this done, I can reward myself again. So it's something to look forward to and something that keeps you going and keeps you motivated and disciplined. So just keep that in mind. Number 7 on the list is take breaks. And when you're trying to get stuff done throughout the day, a lot of people really just try to focus for as long as they can and as hard as they can. Sometimes 2 or 3 hours go by and you're like, oh my gosh, like I haven't taken a break. And it's really important that you take breaks, because that really helps your mind refocus and reset and really helps you perform better over time. And taking breaks, there's nothing wrong with taking breaks. It doesn't have to be a long break, whether that's a 5-minute break, 10-minute break, 15-minute break, hour break, whatever works best for you. And I know for some people that taking breaks, they're going to be like, well, if I take a break, Tosh, like I'm going to stay on that break and I'm not going to go back to what I'm doing. And if that is something that you find yourself doing, I think that setting a timer really helps, because the timer lets you know, like, okay, your time is up. You need to go back and do this task now, rather than not setting a timer. So if you really find yourself saying, like, once I take a break, I don't go back to what I do and I get really distracted and then I start doing other things, try to set a timer every time you take a break and see if that really helps you refocus and zone in again and gets you back into that mindset of, okay, I need to get this done. And taking breaks does increase productivity, and it's really good for your mind and your brain. So, taking breaks are a must, no matter how long those breaks are. And for each person, that may be different. And so you have to really adjust it according to you and your own personal needs. Number 8 on the list is minimizing distractions. And I know it depends on what your distractions are. If you're a single person who doesn't really have kids, then your distractions will be way different than if you were, a parent and you have kids at home with you. So it's really important to find ways to minimize your distractions throughout the day. In order to do this, you really have to know what distractions you have around you and be aware of that first off. And once you really sit down and take time to really find out what your distractions are, it's important that you implement strategies and processes that decrease those distractions. A good example of this is if when you work from home or you work from home that you notice you don't get much done because, I watch TV, I do other things that I'm not supposed to be doing because I work from home. Well, then try going to a really nice coffee shop, or mixing it up a little bit, not staying at home and doing work, or go to the park, or go somewhere where you can focus. And sometimes having a new environment and new setting can help you focus more and really calm and relax you. So it may not be a coffee shop or the park for most people, but go wherever you feel the most productive and a place where you get the most done. And obviously, if you have more time and more space to get things done, then this will help you increase your productivity to get more done in a shorter period of time. And I know it's really different for people, especially if you have ADD, ADHD. It may look different for you for how you eliminate distractions. However, everyone has a way and can find a way for them to minimize their distractions and get more done, whether you have ADD or ADHD or not. And that's why having processes and systems in place that help you be more productive is a must. Number 9 on the list is, if you want to be more productive, try to plan out your day the night before or early in the morning the day of. And having some type of calendar or planner or just some type of scheduling system in place can help you stay on track more, especially if you have trouble with time management and really have trouble following, set rules when it comes to your time management. I would try to plan out your day, and not every single aspect of your day, but the important parts of your day is something that you need to focus on in order to be more productive, because sometimes planning too much of your day actually stresses you out more than only planning certain parts and certain major parts of your day. So it depends on really how you are, and if you are somebody who is like flies by the seat of their pants and really doesn't like to plan and you're more spontaneous, then I would stick to planning just major parts of your day where you need to get work done and plan those parts out. And however, if you're somebody who is super organized and needs every hour of their day plan, then do that. It's pretty much whatever you need to fit you in your schedule and what works for you and what you feel most comfortable with. So just keep that in mind. So thank you so much for watching. The video that will be linked at the end of this one will give you great tips for how to stay motivated. So if you need a little help, getting motivated and finding motivation, watch that video. It will be linked at the end of this video. So don't forget to watch it, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.